The Sixers get back in the win column with a 130-120 win over the Toronto Raptors, and they look pretty good in this game. Defense still needs to get a little bit better. Close out late in the third quarter continues to be a problem, but we got the win. We go to 6-3. Raptors fall to 5-5. We're at the top. Well, we're close to the top of the Eastern Conference. It's still really early on, but we're getting close to that, like 1/8 of the way through the season. So you're starting to really see what kind of these teams, or what kind of the identity these teams have, what they're going to be the rest of the way. But this was the Trendon Watford game, guys. Absolutely a triple-double for Trendon Watford in his first career start. 20 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists, 8 of 10 from the field. It was an unbelievable game from him. He was really doing everything. And he can shoot when he has to. So I was mentioning earlier in the year that we were without Watford to start the season, and we were with Dominic Barlow, which he seems like a distant memory right now. And meanwhile, he was playing first two games. We're only 8 or 9 games in. But Trendon Watford has completely earned the starting spot for the Sixers right now. And it's tough because even Jabari Walker, he's had some good moments for the Sixers, but he only played 5 minutes in this game because of what Trendon Watford's doing. And it makes you think that once Paul George comes back, where are some of these minutes going to go? It's just going to be riding the hot hand on any given night. It's something I mentioned a lot with the 76ers team, with how deep they are. One guy's having a good shooting night, one guy's playing some good defense. They're just going to get the bulk of the minutes, and the other guy might only play 7 minutes that night, which is what happened with Jabari Walker playing 5 in this game. So, and then the next night might be Jabari Walker's game. Watford has a slow game. So that's the way I look at it. But an unbelievable game for Trendon Watford. I was so happy. My second half notes from this game, I wasn't able to catch the first half live, but I paid full attention to the second half. Bucket for bucket to start the quarter. Watford, a couple tough end ones and a great block. Sixers went up by 12 with 4:18 left. It was looking good. We went on a 19-6 run, and then Toronto went on a late run in 1 minute to go on a 10-2 run. It was just, again, terrible job closing out the quarter. 13-2 run for the Raptors. We were up by like 14, and then they cut it down to 2 and like 2 minutes left. And we went into the fourth, only lead by 4, with the 101-97 lead. I'm not quite sure why this team struggles in the third quarter as much as they do. It really doesn't make much sense at all. I'm going to try to pay more attention to it in the coming games because I want to break this down and figure it out, because it is killing this basketball team. Obviously, it didn't hurt in this game as they got the win. In that fourth quarter, the Raptors, they cut the deficit down to 3 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. I was like, come on, don't do it again. We can't take a third straight loss. But BJ Edgecombe hit a couple back-to-back tough shots down the stretch. We just hit some shots that closed out well. We really did. And Joel Embiid came in the final couple minutes. He dropped 29 points in just 26 minutes, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 of 16 from the field. He just looks really good even when he's not playing mobile at all. And again, another Tyrese Maxey 30 piece, 31 points, 12 of 24 from the field, just 3 of 10 from from 3 in this game. Another 43 minutes for him. He's been one of the NBA's most played players so far through this season. So his usage has been high. Hopefully that means he stays healthy. We might see some less minutes down the stretch. But that's where this whole thing comes down to. If we can just play better games, especially in the third quarter, we can kind of get some good leads, and you don't have to play 43 minutes a night. That was the case a couple years ago with the Sixers, where we were going into the third and fourth quarter, and Joel Embiid only had to play like 30 minutes. And that was without a minute restriction, just because we were blowing teams out. So I don't think we're going to get back to that, but I just would like to see something similar to that, where we play a good third quarter. We really could use it. So the Trendon Watford game, Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey were both great. Kelly Oubre continues to be solid on both sides of the floor. 19 points in this game for him. Edgecombe, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. So doing it other than just scoring, because he was only 5-15 from the field. He still has an impact on both sides of the court, regardless. I mentioned Jabari Walker. Justin Edwards was in the same case, just 7 minutes for him, 3 points, 1 and 2 from the field. He knocked down a 3. Andre Drummond got the bulk of the minutes at backup center with 16 compared to Dembona's 6. Drummond had 8 rebounds. He has been a great defensive force. And so is Bona, but just from the rebounding side of things, Andre Drummond still is a great rebounder, and that's why we like to have him in there. Quentin Grimes had 13 off the bench, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 and 3. So good night for the 76ers to get back in the win column. We contained some of the Raptors' best players. Their leading scorer, which is 22 points, with Emmanuel quickly tied with RJ Barrett. and I will take that. So we need to get better in the third quarter, but this was a step in the right direction as we go to 6-3. We got a tough one against the Pistons tomorrow. We'll see what we can do. Hopefully, we can win 2 straight, but it's going to be tough in the second half of a back-to-back. And obviously, no Embiid since he will not be playing both games in a back-to-back this year. But we'll see what happens. Sixers win. Hopefully, they grab another.